Now, calamity, bad things, that would include a lot of things, by the way. A simple definition for me would be anything bad that happens to a Christian. How do we deal with that? That's basically how I'm looking at calamity. Now, you might ask, well, are you saying bad things happen to me, the bad things that happen to me, that they came from God? A lot of calamity does not come from God. God doesn't cause it. But when you consider this fact, God didn't prevent it either. Sometimes that's the struggle that we have. Well, now, okay, I agree God didn't cause this to happen, but He didn't prevent it from happening. And that gives us a fit. That gives us a great struggle there. Well, why didn't God prevent this thing? I know He didn't cause it, but why didn't He prevent it? Not sure I can give you all the answers here, but I'm going to take a shot at it. Now, if you're a Christian, here's the thing to remember. No matter what happens to you, God is in control. No matter what bad thing happens to you, God is in control. And that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part of our faith. The hardest part is trusting in God when bad things happen to Christians. Now, there's three theories, and what I'm sharing from this program is a message that I got from Dave Haver from the Big Sandy Church of God. I want to give him credit where credit is due there. It was a very powerful message, but anyway, I'm just copying some of his material. Preachers do that. They take each other's material. They do that all the time. Nothing wrong with that, But anyway, three concepts about God's involvement in calamity. Okay, I'm going to give you three concepts about God's involvement in calamity when bad things happen to us. And it's important to sort of evaluate these three and at least consider, okay, this thing I'm going through, where does it fit among these three areas? The first one is that God plans and directs the calamity. That's number one. Number two is God allows Satan to plan the calamity. Okay, that's number two. Number three is God allows the calamity without having a specific purpose. It just happens. All right, that's three views about when bad things happen to Christians, calamity. Now, again, if you're a Christian, it will be important to try to discern where your calamity fits into these three. All right, let's go through each one. Number one, God is directly involved in the calamity. God conducts the calamity for His special purpose. Now, here we would talk about maybe the birth of Jesus, that God intervened directly. There was a lot of calamity going on with the birth of Jesus. You know that. Herod wanted to kill Jesus. Now, why did Herod want to kill? Well, maybe he perceived him as a threat to the throne. And so Herod wanted this child dead. And of course, God was directly involved in this, in protecting His son. A lot of calamity was going on, but you see God's hand involved in this. Matthew 2 and verse 13, it says, when they were departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring you word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. Wow. Herod was an evil man, hell-bent on causing calamity and suffering. Herod killed all the children in Bethlehem 2 years of age and under. Now, if you were a mother of one of these children, would you call that calamity, bad things happening to you? Oh, yes. I mean, it's horrendous. It's horrendous. Now, God didn't cause Herod to kill these children. Here, understand this. Because man is free, He allows them to create calamity. Because God created us with freedom of choice, don't eat of that fruit lest you die. And what did man do? He ate of the fruit. That's freedom of choice. You see, man is free to do many wonderful and great things, to alleviate pain and suffering. We're free to do that. But man also is free to create pain and suffering.
Check us out on the web at isthatreallyinthebible.com.